Dice are thousands of years old. And ever since we were making them out of knuckle bones, we've been evolving them. They've kind of been at the heart of randomness and storytelling for our species. And we feel that this is sort of the next step. Now you can add a story inside the dice, not just tell stories with them. Many, many years ago now, almost a decade, we came to Kickstarter with just an idea, and Jarl said, yes, please make this thing. And we've been growing that ever since. We've been adding so many features and options, and I'm so excited to usher in the next era of Hero Forge with an entirely new use for all of that customization with custom dice.
When dice customization came up as an idea, I really saw an opportunity for looking at all the content we have on Hero Forge and how that could be placed in dice. And it really felt like this huge unlocking of what we have into a whole nother space. We have so many parts in Hero Forge that when put together and combined and placed just so, you get a really incredible result. And within dice, you can place those pieces suspended within the clear, transparent plastic. You can make these designs within the dice that are really gorgeous from every angle. And it just started unleashing these possibilities that I thought were really thrilling.
The biggest challenge for Hero Forge custom dice was how do we take what we've got and squeeze it into the dice shape, because the customization of minis means that they can be any shape they like, but maybe you only want to see a small part. So how do we take that small part and center it in the dice and chop off everything else and do that within a browser? One of the things we found challenging for dice was the number of options that we were able to expose meant that you had a lot of power, but it could be a bit bewildering. So we want to make sure that the most useful, most powerful options are available up front, and then with more custom control and fine-tuning, sort of hidden away at first, but in such a way that you can find them in an easy discoverable way.
The idea of printing dice came up about 4 years ago when the invention of printing with a clear material and putting objects inside the clear material became a thing. When we did that for the Hero Forge figurines and we enabled the translucent material, the idea of dice was sort of born, but wasn't able, because we wanted to make sure that all the dice were balanced and printed properly. The last 4 years have been a journey of doing all sorts of cool tech stuff in both software and hardware to make sure that we could supply dices that were able as a real dice.
Hero Forge custom dice are for a lot of different types of folks. Folks who love tabletop wargaming, folks who love building decks and customizing those decks and need a life counter for those, and of course folks who play tabletop RPGs, create incredible characters and tell stories around the table. And I'm so thrilled to say that all three of those audiences are me. Sitting around telling stories is so wholesome, and being able to now tell those stories inside your dice is absolutely wonderful to me.
As an art director and also as an artist myself, having that 3D space to really move parts exactly where you want them and think about, rotating around this dice as a final product with all the art and the coloring in there, so exciting. And I do like the amount of control you have over the design in dice. With all these different shapes that we're looking at too, it's really wonderful to think about what you want to do for each dice to get your full set created, or just one D20 and how you want to place things. It's wonderful to be able to have that space to work in.
During the prototype phase of Hero Forge custom dice, I made a dice for a friend. And that was a lovely process in itself. I got to use these new tools that we're working on. And I gave this dice to my friend who, in kind of like opening her hands and looking at this dice for the first time, peering into it and understanding what's there, broke down in tears. She said, "Oh my gosh, this dice is me. This is me," encapsulated in this dice. And in this case, she's a vet, and I'd made her like beloved cat, who's absolutely adorable, matched the markings on the cat. And then one of our most joyous sports was volleyball. So It was with the cat playing with a volleyball, which had the same markings as her volleyball. And it was so personal, and it told such a beautiful little story that it was moving in that way. And I think that's the moment when I realized we were really onto something, that we were creating a new little art medium that could light people up in that way.
I'm super excited for people to see these tiny technical miracles in a geometrical shape that shine a lot. And I can't wait for people to show off what they made.
Every single piece of this project is so difficult to put together. I want to give a big shout out to our art team, our engineering team, our manufacturing team, and media team. They've knocked it out of the park.
It's been great to see how enthusiastic people are about Hero Forge Custom Dice, and in particular it's amazing seeing the things they do with the tools we give them and make creations we didn't even realize were possible.
We're so thrilled to be kickstarting another world's first, something that we haven't been able to do that's a blend of art and technology once again. Thank you so much for the support, the incredible enthusiasm, and gosh, we cannot wait to release this and get it into your hands so you can start making these beautiful little polyhedral pieces of art.
Thank you everyone so much for your support of this Kickstarter, and we can't wait to see what you come up with.